Karl, aka Karl Drum Tech. I'm here right now in Manhattan Beach, California, and today I wanted to talk about the topic of something that has absolutely gone completely viral in the marching percussion activity and in the larger social media world, as a whole. And I'm talking about the topic of the possibly possessed keyboard player. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the video by now. Basically, it's a video or performance of this young woman. Her name is Anna Ebenhart, and she performs for the Boston Crusaders front ensemble. And the video is basically of her performing, and unbeknownst to most people who know about the Boston Crusaders or the show. I mean, I didn't know either. But basically, she gives out all these crazy expressions, crazy faces. She looks like she's insane. She looks like she is, gonna kill somebody. There's just all different kinds of stories that you can interpret with her performance. And unbeknownst to most people, the show is about insanity. It's all about going crazy. It's about just having all these crazy faces, and a lot of the people in the core gives off these faces as well, but she just sticks out so much because in some ways she kind of tells a story through her expressions, through her facial just a variety that she gives out. And it's so interesting to watch, and it's so entertaining, and it just kind of draws you in to the performance, and obviously it helps out the entire core overall. But what I wanted to say is that, I have basically a message for this young lady, and my message is thank you. Thank you so much for showing everybody that not only will a performance like this kind of get you attention, and in some ways, obviously, it got huge, tremendous amounts of attention. The video has been seen over 1 million times. It has been shared thousands and thousands of times, and people just, there's so many different reactions to it, and I'm definitely gonna go over that as well. But the most interesting part about it is that, it shows people that you can absolutely perform with so much passion that it affects people in many different ways, right? And it's just it also gives people permission to just go all out, to really be yourself and to perform in such a way that is reflective of your passion, of you just basically not holding back and not afraid to show the world that you have passion, and that you should show people that whatever you do, whatever you do in life, whatever show you perform, whatever instrument you play, that when you perform, when you get up there, just like I'm doing right now, in front of this camera, just do it with absolute passion. Just love what you do, and just let that show, let that shine for all the world to see. And I say this because being a former instructor, I've been in situations where I'm trying to tell kids hey, perform with passion, really go all out, really allow this situation, allow this show to give you an opportunity to really truly express yourself. Obviously we have there's a confine of a certain theme that we're trying to go for, but you still have so much freedom to go ahead and express yourself in your own unique way, however this show means to you, show that, allow that to show in your performance, allow that to show in your facial expressions. And I still get people who are who just still hold back, and they still don't perform with this absolute gusto, and just really allowing themselves to release from the confines of just I'm shy, I'm afraid of what people are gonna think of me, things like that. Just is absolute bullshit, right? So, sorry for cursing, but in one example, I had a student. I'm it's a kind of patriotic part in the show, and she's playing the snare drum, and I said, hey, just try to imagine this is a proud thing. We're trying to represent, let's say the United States of America, and you're just playing very proudly. Think about all the troops who are proud, who are very proud. Think about all the patriots who are very proud, and just have that show in your performance. And then guess what happens during the next run? She does the exact same thing, and she still kind of looks like a dead fish. And it's just oh my God, come on. Again, allow this to be an opportunity to really, express yourself, show your passion, because that's what also makes it fun, is that, you can be passionate, you can be yourself, you can just absolutely let go and not care about what people think. And the interesting thing is that, there are some reactions to the video where people are very negative, like, what the heck is this, right? You know, like, oh my gosh, it looks crazy, da da da. There's a whole variety of things, right, that you can interpret from this. But there's also a lot of admiration as well, because on one hand, people can make fun of you for being yourself, for letting yourself be out there, for, you know, being loud and not afraid to be loud and just be heard and be the center of attention, you know, and at the same time, you know, there are people who are gonna make fun of you for doing that, right? Because they want you to kind of be in the confines of just be quiet, you know, don't let anybody notice you, blend in, be like everybody else, you know. But sometimes it's okay to like express yourself and be loud and just like be out there, right? So, you know, that's the thing that I'm trying to show in this video today, is to not be afraid, to be yourself, and allow the show that you're performing, whether it's in marching band or drumline, color guard, whatever it is, allow that to be your opportunity to express your own unique interpretation. It is art after all. So allow that to shine through, allow people to see that, and hey, you know, you might get people noticing. You might not get a viral video and get millions of views or whatever, but you're still gonna affect somebody and go, wow, I really like how that person is performing. You know, I really like the story that they're telling. You know, that could be completely separate from, you know, what, you know, the show is. I mean, obviously, again, stay within the confines of whatever theme it is they're trying to go for. I mean, obviously, you know, if the show states, hey, do not give too many expressions here, obviously do that, duh. You know, don't go against, you know, too much against, you know, the conformity of what it is, what your show is doing. But at the same time, take whatever opportunity you can to really express yourself. Tell a story, tell how you feel. This is what art is all about. It's about communicating to other people, you know, whatever it is that you want to communicate to them, right? So, you know, it isn't, like I said, it is an art form, so go ahead and make sure you do that. Don't, you know, or don't let go of that opportunity to really express yourself, and take this as a metaphor for life, in that, you know, it's okay to be yourself, it's okay to be your true self. Let that absolutely come to the forefront and just bring it out to the world, loud and proud, whatever it is, and you might inspire somebody to do the same, to not be afraid to be themselves, basically, right? It's not all about conforming, and that's the thing about the activity, is that, you know, to the credit of the activity, it really shows us to be, you know, part of a group, and to have the value in that, you know, when we all try to do the same thing, sound the same, look the same, have the same technique, you know, approach things the same way, you know, maybe even like cymbal players who all shave their heads to look the same. It's totally cool, right? But on the flip side, in some ways, it is still kind of like, you know, conforming. It is like, you know, kind of blending in with the crowd. So, you know, this is what the activity is about. You know, we all wear the same uniforms. You know, we all try to do the same technique. We all try to have the same quality. All in good, right? And, you know, this is something I talked about with HA Drums, who's also, you know, who is Anastasia. I'm sure you guys saw the video I did, you know, a couple weeks back, where we talked about how, you know, marching percussion is all about, here's a piece of music, play it exactly as the artist intended. You know, everybody just, you know, look the same, sound the same, have the same heights, da da da. But her thing is like, you know, solo playing and, you know, improvising is a way to express your own individuality, to be yourself, to do something differently than what other people are doing. I'm not saying one is bad, one is good, one is better than the other. I'm not saying that at all, but definitely explore the full spectrum and the beauty of conformity, being all the same with everybody else, being part of a team, being part of a group, and individuality, allowing your own unique self to shine, your own thoughts, your own actions, your own expressions, and just let that, you know, be something that's absolutely valuable to you, because that is also a good thing. You know, to be different, to stick out, that's absolutely a good thing, and I highly recommend that as well. You know, that's something I've always had trouble with, is that, you know, you know, I've only been comfortable with, you know, conforming and blending in with the rest of the crowd, being like the other drumline members. But then, you know, when it comes time to producing my own unique improvised solos, that's something I absolutely have trouble with. I need somebody to write something for me so I can play it. That is my comfort level, and that's something I'm trying to get out of. So, you know, but again, this is all an exercise in just like exploring the different, you know, cool ways in which you can express yourself in a unique way in a very structured environment, like the marching percussion activity and all that good stuff. So, you know, just going back again to the possibly possessed keyboard player, I mean, just watch the performance, watch the video again, just enjoy it, you know, love it for what it is, and just, you know, it's like she tells different stories with her facial expressions. It's like, you know, some people say, oh my gosh, she's gonna eat your soul. Oh my gosh, she looks like Joffrey Baratheon from, you know, Game of Thrones. And that's the cool thing about the performance, is that you can look at it and it's almost like she tells a story, you know, through her facial expressions, a different story with different facial expressions, and it's just this, it's such a thing of beauty to watch, and it's so amazing. And I hope that you guys aspire to do that as well in your own performances. Again, take the opportunity to express your own individual interpretation of the show, show your passion, and just let that touch somebody, let that affect somebody in a positive way. And again, don't let go of that opportunity. Make sure you take advantage of that as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and you know, as always, I really appreciate it when people watch, when people like the video, people comment, and of course subscribe. I would love that as well, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate those of you guys who are subscribed and watching the videos diligently. I see the numbers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is exactly what the channel needs to breathe and to live, is through your participation and in your views, basically, watching it and enjoying it and commenting and let me know that you guys appreciate it. So thank you so much. If you like this video, please share this video. And you know, again, props to Anna Ebenhart, who, you know, I've seen, you know, interviews with her on TMZ and you know, even different blogs and stuff like that. And she's just a regular person, just like anybody else, right? It's like, you know, she creates these powerful characters through her performance, but at the same time, she's just like a regular human being, just like anybody else, which is pretty awesome, right? So just like you know, you can definitely be absolutely extraordinary with performance, but still be just like a normal person. It's all good, all right? But be yourself, do your thing, you know, blend in, but at the same time, whatever opportunity you have to express yourself and be your true self, make sure you do that as well. All right, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care, peace.